considered to be a calisthenic legend.
How long you've been in the game, your ability, the people knowing you.
Definitely is beast. D300 kind of came last, and others consider those people from his team to be legends. That's legendary. And then we know after that, the bartenders, MBXA, Team Wingate, Barbarians, first one to start game. Shout out to Matrix. Definitely in my top 10. CEO and founder of Barbarians. Wouldn't be doing a 5MD if it wasn't for Zeph. He has major moves named after him. The Hannibal muscle up, the Hannibal dip. So Ed has all those 4 qualities. Just having bar stars everywhere. Where you see somebody, his name will be Mel Bar Stars. They see Doc now. His weighted workouts, what he can pull, what he can dip. Doc is a beast. Able and D-Real a legend. How many times he said, nah, I'm not going to battle this dude if it came up? Not once. As a matter of fact, he was supposed to battle ภิ𝗍. ภิ𝗍 ended up beating him out. And after that, they wanted ภิ𝗍 to battle D-Real. They was trying to set it up. Battle never happened. We don't know what happened with that. Hopefully that still could be in the play. That might be a good one.
هذا حد العالم هذا طالب هذا راسخ وإلى آخره.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. To all RipRight HD �𝗢𝗏𝗦𝗧𝗜𝗍 YouTubers and viewers, welcome back to a new video on RipRight HD. You already know what time it is, guys. Make sure you go check out the website. It's definitely going to be in the description and pinned in the comments. We've been killing it in Osana suits, me and Mel. So guys, it's good for the rain. We've been killing Osana suits. They're definitely on sale. It's still a few in stock. Check out our blue and orange Nick color theme RipRight shirts and our black, yellow, and white training day times RipRight shirts. All right, let's get right into it. I'm gonna give you my top 10 calisthenic legends. And as we mentioned before, these are some of the things, but it's not restricted to this. In my opinion, what I consider to be a calisthenic legend.
How long you've been in the game, your ability, the people knowing you.
Okay, so definitely how long you've been in the game plays a factor. So if somebody comes in 2 months, 3 months, nobody's going to consider him a legend, no matter what he does or in that amount of time as far as skills. So we're going to go with how long you've been in the game, your ability, your skill set, as well as people knowing you, being famous, whether it be in your neighborhood, in your city, in your town, or where it be worldwide. And then also Mel mentioned your achievements. That's definitely a reason why I put somebody in my top 10, is because of the things that person particularly has achieved. And I just want you guys to know, before we even start the video and get into my first legend, and these are not in order, I'm just wrote them down and I made sure I have the 10, and we're gonna do NYC first. And I'm not being biased, but when you think about where it came from, who put this on the map, from my research and my studies and my bar history and meeting people, it seems like it was New York. So I'm gonna deal with those top 10 because there's so many that I ran across dealing with bar history, obviously, and then I'll go venture out into my top 10 outside of NYC and outside of the US in general, people like Cybob and a lot of people that attain some massive skills in calisthenics that I look up to be legends. And another thing is, my top 10 legends are not guys that I like. You know, it's not like, oh, me and all of these guys are cool. We done had some issues, some falling outs, you know, and it just is what it is. Once me and you have a situation, whether you like me or not, once I know that you feel that type of way, then I'm gonna feel the same type of way about you. I'm not about to bow down to nobody at all. That's not what we do here. We don't worship any person. So let's get right into it. Excuse me. So I gotta go here. So and as I said, this is not no particular list. So I got D300 on there, right? And I don't got him as number 1. Obviously, D300 did a lot of weights. He came from weights into calisthenics and started to mix the weights into calisthenics. He never left weights alone. But what he achieved as a 300-pound person doing calisthenics was magnificent. And hands down, nobody can say anything. There hasn't been a person 300 pounds known to date right now doing muscle ups. There hasn't been a person 300 pounds to this date that we know of. If you know somebody, please send us a video, tag him in the comments, let us know. But nobody to date that was doing muscle ups at 300 pounds and also adding a weight vest to that. And then also doing muscle ups, and his video proof of it. And also the way he was so explosive on the ground, being his weight. You have a couple of heavyweights now that are good and decent on the floor, like he was. But definitely that accomplishment alone for New York calisthenics was major, in my opinion and in my book. Shout out to D300 for accomplishing that. And I put him in my top 10 of legends, whether he was bodybuilding or not. Okay. My next one definitely is Beast, right? We have Beast up there. And this is just a list I wrote out. And D300 kind of came in last because I was skeptical about him doing weights. Should I put him? I consider him to be a legend, and that's how he ended up at the top, because he was actually the last. So then I have Beast there, and Beast accomplished a lot. And one of the things that a Beast accomplished was not just all of the calisthenic moves and the front levers, and he established a team from back then that's living on today. And from that team, people became elite, and others consider those people from his team to be legends. That's legendary. To start a team and from that team create beasts who are also considered to be legends by other people. That's a legendary status. And at his weight class, what Beast was doing, the 50 pull-ups, seeing him do certain things, and then the energy that he had when it came to calisthenics is definitely legendary, and never seeking monetary gain. In my opinion, that was a major mistake that Beast did. But however, it is commendable and it's praiseworthy. He did it for whatever reasons that he did it. He did calisthenics for, and it shows you that even more so that wasn't his mind frame. He was more genuine. Not saying that if you seek money and you get money from calisthenics that you're not genuine, but he just had a different goal in mind. So in my book, definitely Beast is on the legend. Then we have Iborn. Not saying he's number 1, number 3, or number 5. As I said, this is no particular order. A lot of you guys may not know Iborn. Okay, Iborn was one of the first guys that they were saying kind of like put a team together, which wasn't really a team because it was Rough Riders, but the theme of everybody having the same shirt on, doing a workout video, hanging from the bars, doing certain particular moves on the bar. A lot of people are saying Iborn was the first, maybe not the first to do it, but the first to be seen and noticed from it when it came out with that Rough Riders DVD. And then we know after that, the Bartenders, MBXA, Team Wingate, Barbarians, a lot of the teams started to definitely rise. Then next, we got Giant. When it comes to Giant, his gift of speech, right? His flow on the bar and his way to get people together at that time when he was doing it was definitely legendary. To be in certain magazines, the XXL, and these magazines that we used to read when we were into all type of stuff, to get that kind of exposure at the time before the internet was really, really popping, to come out with these certain DVDs, these certain moves that's kind of well known, to actually have thousands of people all around the world creating bartenders in this particular place, in that particular place. For me, that is a legendary status. No matter what some people may say or some people may think, in my opinion, Giant is definitely in my top 10 legends. Then I got Matrix, okay, MBXA. One of the reasons I give Matrix legendary status is because the creation of the MBXA. the first one to start games, meaning some people say, a competition is a competition. You're battling this one person, you battling this one person. It's one-on-one. Matrix came out with the games, meaning it had to be a team sport. And he started the first tournaments where they were teams. So now you see people doing relays, people doing team battles. From my understanding, if I'm wrong, according to bar history that we did with Matrix, he was the first one. He also was one of the first ones to have somebody on his camp 50 some odd years old doing tricks on the bar. Matrix did a lot of stuff when it comes to the calisthenic industry as far as the competitions are concerned. Now, shout out to Matrix. He is definitely in my top 10 legends. Then we have 𝗪𝗠. Okay, CEO and founder of Barbarians. If you look, Barbarians is worldwide. You have Italy, you have different places, Spain. From my understanding, that there are people who ascribe and consider themselves barbarians. The different things that 𝗪𝗠 brought to the game, as far as his work, his work ethic, his 5 MDs, everything done with timers, so many different routines. And you can give also to Beast too with the countdowns. The pyramids and the countdowns, from my understanding, was Beast. The timers, from my understanding, was 𝗪𝗠, starting 50 pull-ups and 100 push-ups in 5 minutes that we see that's famous now on That's Good Money channel, and everybody worldwide is doing it. That is a legendary status. You wouldn't be doing a 5 MD if it wasn't for 𝗪𝗠. That's major. So definitely in my book, also 𝗪𝗠 ability is well known, doing 50 pull-ups to a muscle up, doing another 50 straight bar dips. These routines, and definitely the training style that a lot of us, for the most part, when we consider ourselves doing reps or doing a heavy routine, we kind of get that ideology from either Beast with the countdowns and the pyramids, or 𝗪𝗠 with the timer, the countdowns, and the pyramids. Next, I got Hannibal. He's definitely top 5 without a doubt when we start talking about calisthenics. People all over the world, if they don't know anybody when it comes to calisthenics, they know Hannibal. So one, him being well known is ma'ruf. It is well known that he is well known, and he's been all over the country with calisthenics and has been paid from that, just to show you that his fame and his ability as well to do certain moves. So when people started to see these front levers and these Superman push-ups and the Hannibal muscle-ups on the dip bar, he has major moves named after him. The Hannibal muscle-up, the Hannibal dip. That's legendary status, right? The dip is not named after him, but the particular way you do a dip is named after him. The muscle up is not named after him, but the particular way you do that muscle up is named after him. So for me, Hannibal definitely has legendary status. Next, I got my boy, shout out to Ed Barstars. His ability, 1, him being well known, 2, his achievements, 3, and how long he been in the game for. So Ed has all those 4 qualities. Nobody can deny that. Ed has all the 4 qualities. How long he been in the game, his achievements in the game, his ability as far as his calisthenic ability, and his fame. When you start looking at Barstar's page, 500-something thousand followers. When you start looking at his page, 50-something thousand followers. When you start looking at his YouTube, almost 1 million subscribers. So he knocks that out the park as being a person who is well known. Planche push-ups, front lever, muscle-ups, hopping over the bar, tricks, freestyle, doing pull-ups with heavy weight, doing dips with heavy weight for reps. His ability as far as his calisthenic skills is well known. What he has achieved, just having bar stars everywhere. Where you see somebody, his name will be male bar stars on Instagram. Still to this day, so and so bar stars. You know, and then people that don't have bar stars but still claim to be a part of bar stars team till this day right now. That's legendary. That's an achievement. And to throw different calisthenic competitions worldwide. You in China with it. You over here with it. And then to actually retire from calisthenics and have enough money to venture off into other things that you like to do. Legendary status. And what else could we go into? So his well-knownness, his skill, his achievement, and we had one more. His well-knownness, his achievements, his skills, and how long he been in the game. That's automatic. He has been in the game for quite some time. So next we got Doc. And Doc he kind of like covers everything that Ed covered, basically. You have a lot of them that covered everything that Ed covered. Doc has major ability. People don't really know. They see Doc now. You know, he don't really post too much about his workouts, but his weighted workouts, what he can pull, what he can dip at one time, possibly not right now, but you know, who knows, he possibly still can. You know, having the planche push-ups. Doc is a beast, and he has created a lot of beasts. When you start thinking about the people that train with Doc, the whole team Wingate, so many things that I got from there that I know came from Doc, his training style, you know. And as far as Doc being famous, that's already well known. On YouTube for years. Doc is definitely a machine, definitely commendable. UFL, we know that was major, being on TV, having all of those athletes still throwing the bar brawls. Doc is a major piece to calisthenics in NYC right now till this day. And it seems like he kind of like is behind the scenes. Even back then, you know, Doc is doing interviews. Bar tarp is so much that that Doc did for the game. Shout out to Form as well, definitely. Also, last but not least, he ended up at this point. There's another one from Team Wingate, D-Real. And for me, D-Real is him not being well known, or you know, or having a major YouTube channel doesn't really matter in this case. I'm telling you, if you know D-Real, or if you know New York calisthenics, because he's well known amongst the people that do calisthenics. So his achievements, his skills, and how long he has been in the game has played a role, you know, in me labeling D-Real a legend. How many battles he's been in, how many battles he's won, how many times he said, nah, I'm not going to battle this dude if it came up. Not once. Never heard about D-Real back. As a matter of fact, he was supposed to battle Simi. I know Simi had a battle with was one guy from Bar Crazy, Simi, and ended up beating him, I think. And then after that, they wanted Simi to battle D-Real. They was trying to set it up. Battle never happened. We don't know what happened with that. Hopefully that still could be in the play. That might be a good one. D-Real, Simi, you know. Yeah, that might be major. So those particular three things D-Real smashes. His achievements, his ability, as well as how long he has been in the game. So if you look at D-Real, handstands, front lever, you know, planche push-ups. He's moving bar to bar with the front lever. He's in so many different competitions. He went hybrid, started bodybuilding, then came back from bodybuilding and battled and did a weighted calisthenic exercise and killed whoever he was battling, and had so much time that he can probably ran the routine again. You know, guys that I talk to as far as D-Real when it comes to battling and some of the the tips and the pointers that he gave me, you can see that he has an extreme mindset when it comes to calisthenics. So his ability, as I said, he doesn't have to be well known amongst the world, but I'm talking about as far as the calisthenic community, he's definitely well known. His skill set, you know, his achievements and how long he's been in the game, I would say that's my top 10. So we got D300, Beast, Iborn, Giant, Matrix, Zeph, Hannibal, Ed, Doc, and D-Real. It's still some people I want to put in that list, but it's a tough situation. It's definitely a tough situation as far as New York calisthenics is so much, and but this is definitely my opinion on my top 10 calisthenic athletes that are legends, you know, and we're dealing more so with like the golden era, or let's just say the past. And you know, there's people on that list that's obviously still working out today, so we don't want to say like they washed up, because they're definitely not. There's many on that list that's still working out that are cook us new young cats. So guys, let me know what you think in the comments on my top 10 New York calisthenic athletes, and then I'm going to give you my top 10 outside of New York calisthenic athletes, whether it be all over the world, and then I'm going to give you my top 10 overall, which is definitely going to be difficult. So stay tuned, stay rip, six pack, big back, big facts.
Indeed, in the body, literal translation, is a lump of flesh, a piece of meat. إِذَا صَلَحَتْ صَلَحَ الْجَسَدُ كُلُّهُ. And when that lump of flesh